It's YouTube Wednesday. What I am going to do is we're going to build a bunch of old diving suits, and they're going to be hanging in an area where the guests kind of walk through. So they've got to like go through them a little bit. And I wanted to do it with old diving suits. It starts off our underwater section. We have all the helmets done. I did a video on that. The old diving suits look like they're old canvas. And I got these insulated suits from Amazon. They were $45 a piece. And they look good. I didn't have to make anything, so that was kind of a no-brainer for me. I'm gonna lay this guy out, and that's gonna give me my measurements that I want. These are all 2x2, so they'll be pretty big and imposing. And I'm gonna put this body together with foam noodles. I reach 100,000 subscribers. You'll note this whole time I haven't done a lot of paid promotion or anything like that. I get emails every day asking me to do paid promotions for things. And I don't. I reached out to who I buy pool noodles from, and I asked for pool noodles in exchange for doing a video. I already use them, I already buy them, I'm not selling out. Their pool noodles are awesome. These are the big pool noodles. You can get them in any color you want. And I needed some, so I called, and they sent me some free noodles, which was amazing of them. But it's foamnoodles.com. I 100% stand by them. They're more dense than regular noodles. They're just good, and you get them any color you want, any time of the year. That's what's amazing about them. Normally there's a pool noodle season, not with these guys. They're a little more expensive. 100% you get what you pay for. That being said, let's make a body. I'm doing a torso square first, just a big rectangle. And why not use the proportions I've already got here from the suit? I walk around at about 5'8". I'm actually 5'11", but I hunch quite a bit, but I'm not tall enough to fill out this suit, or else I'd probably just use my proportions. That's remarkable. That was exactly in half. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that on the other side. So I'm gonna do this right over here. I like to hang the heat gun over the edge. Boom, that's a corner. That's a corner. That's a corner. Might be a little big. So I won't make a pattern from this. I'll do the next one just a little bit smaller. I'm getting the big one so I don't have to do as much bulk out. Yes. I'm getting good bonds, fast and easy. And my pool noodle isn't withering away because it's too thin. It is a very hot day, and I'm just gonna leave my heat gun on. I'm gonna have boots to use here, so I'm just gonna cut it enough to go down into the boot. And if I cut everything the same, then they should all be the same size as far as one limb to another. Now this body that I'm doing here is massive. Now all this is good, but I'm going to reinforce it. I don't like one single butt connection. Be careful with knives, guys. I use knives all the time at work. If you're not like really used to them, be really careful. All that I'm doing with this is reinforcing what I've already done, this whole set of connections. That's all stuck. Now I really trust that connection. That's a good connection. And I may cut a chunk out of this and shorten that frame up a little bit if it's too wide. We'll see. All that's well bonded. Let's give him some kneecaps. Use your scraps, no noodle left behind. All right, so I have my 2 legs, I have my torso. I don't necessarily want him to be flat, I guess. Probably good right there. Now that'll be like the abdomen. I'll do another one for the belly probably, but I want to figure out his chest first. And it's how expensive do I want him to be? How many noodles do I use on this? I could further reinforce the legs. I could actually add muscles and build it up that way. That wouldn't be a problem. But I think I'm just going to leave him the way he is here. Let's build out his arms a bit. I'm attaching the arms at a 45, I know that. And if this arm is in this sleeve, then it's going to attach right about here, and it has to be that long. A hair more for the glove. On that noodle, I don't have enough for the other arm. I'll grab another noodle. Will this be the cheapest way to make a body? No, it won't. Do I always want to do something the cheapest way possible? No. Some things you don't skimp on. I don't buy cheap ketchup. I don't buy cheap toilet paper because sometimes you just want the right stuff. And now I want to give this arm an angle cut. Just cut it at an angle, and now I can attach it at any angle that I want. So that's a nice natural arm now. It's a big arm. Bigger your body gets, the more you have to figure out the mechanics of attaching things. You can see I'm not like gentle with this. This sucker will stay together, especially the more I reinforce it and the more bits that I add. Let's put the arm together in front of you. So if this is the shoulder, the elbow's a little past mine. Any angle cut, really. And as long as I put this together a little twisted, I'll have a more natural arm bend. Just like that. That's how I want it. I like the bigger noodles for this just because I have less work to do. Like the skinny noodles from Dollar Tree, they're great. They're $1.25. These are closer to $3 a piece, but I have to use 2 of them anyway to get this thickness. So I might as well just get a better product to begin with. So this will hang this way, wider than me in the shoulders. Let's do a little bit more reinforcing. I'll pull up my scraps so I can use my scraps. This is engineering. Where can I get the most surface area? I have 3 pieces coming together here. I'm gonna put a 4th on. That first connection bonds this one to this one. Now the 3rd piece is bonded in there. Just bonded all those together and made a shoulder. We are built with these same mechanical principles because that's, engineering. That is my pool noodle shoulder puff. I know getting this guy in the suit is gonna be like dressing a drunk friend. I know it. Legs are thicker than arms. So that gives me that thigh thickness that I want. This is a secure body that I built in a rather short amount of time. I think I need some more reinforcement on the arms. I'll put on a bicep piece that attaches down here. I will also do, these are single pool noodles running down to the legs. I'll probably do another reinforcement between this and these. The biceps are short in half, so I won't use that much pool noodle on them. If this body comes in under like $100, in all honesty, I'm great with that because it's completely posable the way that I want it to be posed. I know it's going to be durable. I'm not having to guess on it. I want to make sure that I reinforce that bend and not straighten it out when I'm doing my reinforcement. This is a foam insulation knife. I love this thing. It's perfect for pool noodles, almost any kind of foam work. That is a really durable body. Let's see if I can shove it into this suit. The proportions were determined by the suit itself. The weight doubled with the suit because it's pool noodles.
All right, just typical rubber gloves, boots to cover up those ends. You don't want to give him a left hand on his right side. Since this is a diver suit, you want to make sure it's all tucked away inside. Pull that sleeve up, kind of fill out his hand like that. You can take a stick or something like that, kind of help push the sleeve down into the glove. So what I'm going to do is roll down the glove just a little bit, spritz it with some water. Glue that we're going to use on this is very similar to like Gorilla Glue. It doesn't take much because this glue does foam up. And I'll pull that glove back up so that all that glue is now up underneath the glove. Boots are going to be a very similar process. You're going to want to make sure you get the correct side. Have your stick on hand, kind of like you're itching a scratch in a cast. So I'll get a T-pin. This is just going to be a temporary measure to ensure the boot doesn't slide down. That's the same process with the glue. Make sure you just kind of squeeze it so that all that glue gets in contact with the boot. Now time for the fun part, which is its head. The way we have our guys, we have them hung up in the ceiling. I have these two tie points connected to a 2x4 in the back of his shirt. It's a 2x4 running basically straight across the shoulder, all held on just by these two. But it also gives me a primary connection point to the helmet. These two bolts will sit right there against the helmet. I can take a couple of screws and washers. All right. We'll glue on the front like that so that the shirt connects. Same process. I'm gonna pin this down. If you're curious about how we made any of these diver helmets or anything like that, we do have another video. So this is what we did with our divers, so that whenever they come through, they have to walk and push their way through all the bodies. Suit and everything got distressed just with a bunch of spray paint, nothing fancy. We decided to add on these foam EVA rings to give them kind of more of a finished look. It's just connected to the glove with contact cement. It's not hard or anything, and you can do it after the boots and gloves are attached. As I showed you before, those rings on the back are just connected up to the ceiling with chain.
Go make stuff!
All right, so I want to mention to you guys that we just launched Haunter Class, which is at haunterclass.com, and that is our online mask making course. And also check out Monster Can, which we do right here. If you want to make masks and make things, we are getting more and more ways to do that to you. Want to follow on more of our adventures and help us keep the lights on? You can join our Patreon. You guys are awesome. Go make stuff.